PFI schemes. Now, the electorate invariably always wants more public spending, but almost always seems reluctant to actually pay more taxes for it. But here's a clever way to pay for it. Let's find a way to get future unborn generations to pay for it. Behold the Private Financial Initiative, or PFI as it's also known, which was used to finance around 700 or more public sector projects such as new schools, hospitals and other government buildings. The taxpayer then pays this off in instalments over 25 to 30 years to cover the debt repayment, financing costs, maintenance and other services provided. It's comparable to leasing a car rather than purchasing a car, seemingly attractive in the short term but potentially much more costly in the long run. The public get their shiny new buildings quickly, taxes don't have to be increased, at least not at the time, something which governments and taxpayers both want, and the private company makes a modest profit. It's a win-win, everybody's happy. So what's the catch? Well, many of the contracts run up to 2040, and many local bodies will be shackled to these expensive contracts for decades to come. And the overall cost of the contracts were much more than if the government had just borrowed the money at the time. The cost of capital to finance PFI projects is between 2% and 4% above the cost of government borrowing, and that high margin is in essence due to the higher returns of the private investors who expect to make a profit. In fact, in 2018, the National Audit Office condemned the record of PFI contracts. And also that year, Sir Howard Davies, Chairman of the Royal Bank of Scotland, RBS, was quoted as saying that PFI had been, and I quote, a fraud on the people. Unsurprisingly, in 2018, the scheme was dropped by the government and no new projects were approved. Whilst it could be argued that the young will eventually use some or all of these infrastructure projects at some point in their life, the really pernicious thing about PFI schemes is that the young will be the people that will be paying it off up to 2040 and beyond, i.e. those not yet entitled to vote or those not even born yet. They had absolutely no say in the scheme. Is that not an outrageous abuse of so-called democracy? So how much is the intergenerational theft of PFI schemes? We believe it's around £82.4 billion. Don't forget to press like below and to subscribe to the YouTube channel Intergenerational Theft. And don't forget also that the full report is available to download for free from the website www.intergenerationaltheft.org. Thank you very much.